Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our chapter number 1 of political science, that is, what is democracy and why democracy. As you all know, what is democracy? We have already discussed this in our previous class, but still I will recall the things again. First of all, democracy, as you can see here, the meaning it's written, democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by people. So basically, whenever we will talk about the democracy, three things you should keep in your mind, that is, under the democratic country, all the things were done by the people, for the people, and of the people. These three words you should keep in your mind every time. Okay, I'm again repeating it. Democracy, under this, everything is done by the people, for the people, and of the people. Now we will go for discussing the next thing, that is the features of democracy. The first main feature of democracy is major decision by elected leaders. So that means what? That whatever the major decisions were taken by the government will be done by the elected leaders. Here it is written, final decision making power rests with those who are elected by people. So we only elect our leaders while doing this voting system during the elections. Now the second feature is free and fair electoral competition. That means what? That nobody can play biased or unbiased. It's like the electoral competition is done in the free and fair rules. Okay, here it is written, the rule party must have a fair chance of losing that election. That means what? That the no party can do any partiality or any unfair practices during the election. So that is done by the election commission. Election commission is having all the responsibility of doing this electoral competition in fair and free manner. The third one, it is saying about one person, one vote, one value. You all know that we get adult according to our constitution at the age of 18. After 18, we all are able to give the vote and can elect our leaders. So here it is also saying, in our democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote should have equal value, and that is why it is always said that everybody should vote, so that they are having the right to say about the things going on in our country and we can elect our leader. Every vote is having the equal importance and value. The fourth one is here, the rule of law and respect for rights. A democratic government rules within the limits which are set by constitutional law and citizen rights. So everything, whatever is done under the democratic country, that is done with the setup of constitutional laws and citizens' right that is mentioned in our constitution. So basically here the four major features of democracy we have discussed. Now we will go for our next topic, that is arguments against democracy. So here the arguments against democracy, you can also understand it if the question asks what are the drawbacks of democracy or why one should not opt for a democratic country or a democracy in a country. So this all points will be there. The first one, it is saying change in leadership may lead to instability. Means what? That in every 5 years the government can get changed, because in every 5 years the election, the central government election get conducted. So if the parties will get changed, the policies brought by the brought by the government also got changed. So in that way, the stability can be disturbed in the government policies, rule, regulation, which were like brought for maintaining the economic stability. Now, the second one, it is saying democracy involves political competitions, power play. This leaves no scope for mortality. Basically, we all can understand that nowadays, as many political parties have arisen, so they all were doing the competition, and the morality value has just got a slowdown. So that is why it is also one of the drawback. The third one, it is saying that decision making is often delayed because a large number of people need to be consulted. Here, basically in the democracy, every people are equally important. So for making a decision also, it takes a long time, and that is why it is saying that it leads to the waste of time. Now, the fourth one, it is saying elected leaders may not aware about the best decision for people. More often, bad decisions are made in a democracy. That also happens that when our leaders are not well educated, they are not aware of all the systems, so sometimes they also take bad decision that affects anyways to us only. Now the fifth one, it is saying involvement of electoral competition in a democracy gives rise to corruption. Okay, so we all know that the corruption is also rising very fast in every field. So it is also one of the drawback only that is done by this electoral competition only. Now, the last one is saying ordinarily people may not understand the meaning of collective good, and hence they should not be made a part of decision making process. So basically what happens that when we used to give the vote, many times the voting system was done in a partial manner, that the people used to vote to their caste, same caste people, of their same religion people. So this is not a fair practice of giving the vote, so it should not be done. Now, the next topic, it is about argument for democracy, or the question can be asked that why we should opt democratic policy in our country. So here, the first point, it is saying democratic government is more accountable to people and hence a better form of government compared to the other form of government. See, the other forms of government, like if it is a dictatorship one, okay, there the people of a country were not free to choose whatever they want, but in democratic country we all are free to choose whatever we want to consume, to wear likewise. The next point, it is since a large number of people are consulted in a decision making process, so democracy enhances the quality of decision making. Obviously, when more and more people will be the part of the democratic system, so what will happen that the decisions were passed by the majority only. So if the majority is happy, then the obviously whatever situations will be there in country, that will be also favorable. The third one, it is saying democracy provides a method to deal with conflicts and differences. In a diverse country like India, there can be very sharp social differences and conflicts. Such differences can be resolved through democracy in a better way. Fourth one, it is saying democracy provides the fundamental rights to its citizen and thus enhances the dignity of the people. We all know that whatever the freedom we are getting of being a citizen of a country, that is the India, okay, we are like Indians, so that how we are getting because of the constitution and the fundamental rights which we get from our constitution only. So this all were also provided because we are living in a democratic country. Now, the fifth one, it is saying democracy allows to correct its own mistake, hence it is a better form of governance. Suppose that if we have elected one party, okay, and if that the government party is not able to fulfill all his manifesto, whatever the objective promises they have said to fulfill before the election, if they are not able to do that, then we can change the government, and that also this facility was provided under this democracy only. Okay, so in this way we have understood that what is the meaning of democracy, what are the features of democracy, and the points against and favor of democracy. In short, in this chapter you have to learn this much only, students. So I hope you would have got all these things.